Palm oil is Malaysia's top agri-commodity and the world's most land-efficient oil crop. It produces more oil per hectare than any other crop, making it vital for sustainable agriculture. Over the last 50 years, the industry has significantly contributed to national growth and poverty reduction. Today, Malaysia is the second largest palm oil producer globally. The industry is supported by three key agencies. First, MPOB for policy and R&D, second, MPOC for market promotion, and third, MPOCC for sustainability certification. In 2020 alone, 5.9 million hectares were planted, 83% of all agri-commodity land, contributing 48 billion ringgit to GDP and 73 billion ringgit in export revenue from 26.6 million tons of palm oil products. Palm oil remains our largest crop by area output and exports, playing a crucial role in national economic development under AGR613.
Assalamualaikum, I am Shahirana Fitri and I will present about sustainability, which capture the leading position in sustainability. The first point of sustainability is strengthen sustainability measures, mechanism, implementation and standard of MSPO. So the objective of this is to ensure good practices are consistently implemented towards our palm oil plantation. Next, to accelerate smallholder certification, which is we want to improve and make sure all the increase of smallholders get their certification in this palm oil production. Next, revise MSPO standards. So the smallholders will have knowledge about MSPO standard. And then consultation with stakeholders to develop global sustainability standard and traceability requirement. The second point is to enhance and strengthen the traceability of certified sustainable palm oil, to increase the transparency of transaction across the end-to-end value chain. And then MSPO trace system launched in 2019 is to trace and track certified raw material flows to promote upstream certification and greater buyer acceptance to end product, which is the MSPO trace system are produced to trace and track all the certified raw from the beginning until the end product of the palm oil. And then the adoption of IR 4.0 technologies such as blockchain, big data, and geotagging will provide traceability from plantation to end product. This is also give the technologies base from the beginning of palm oil until the end product of palm oil, which is oil. Okay, next we continue to next point, which is increase environmental conservation and management efforts. So what is the effort? So funded by greater government, the industry collaboration such as Malaysian Palm Oil Green Conservation Foundation, MPOGCF. So MPOGCF encourages reforestation and wildlife conservation. This is to promote the initiative and sustainability practices in plantation landscape. And then there are a lot of awareness programs on the value of biodiversity conservation among smallholders and plantation management. So this helps them to aware and know a lot of knowledge about the plantation management and any skills and machinery toward plantation management.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aznita binti Abdulradi, and today I will briefly present on one of the key pillars of the National Agri-Commodity Policy 2021 until 2030 that specifically focusing on palm oil. The first priority under DAKN 2030 is to invest in market-driven research, development, commercialization, and innovation or R&D&C to boost the supply of high-yielding planting materials. This involves intensified research, especially in breeding and selecting superior oil palm varieties that can deliver better yields. Secondly, advanced production techniques like tissue culture and certified seed production are being scaled up to meet the increasing demand for replanting the quality materials. On top of that, molecular biology innovations are paving the way for planting materials that are more compact, disease-resistant, and tailored to produce higher oil quality. The ultimate goal is to have next-generation plant materials ready for commercial use within the next decade, enabling Malaysia to stay globally competitive in the palm oil sector. The second focus area is about accelerating the adoption of best agricultural practices, especially among smallholders. Through targeted training and extension services delivered in collaboration with plantation companies, smallholders will learn how to use fertilizer efficiently, manage pests, and harvesting techniques. Next, to ensure sustainability, the policy also calls for regulated replanting where old, low-yielding trees over 25 years are replaced annually using certified planting materials under the Code of Practice for Nurseries (COPN). The Sure Sawit kit will be used to check for any contamination in seeds. In addition, the government will continue to offer financial support such as replanting loans and incentive for the use of high-quality planting materials to drive greater productivity in the long run. Finally, the AKN 2030 aims to future-proof the industry by encouraging the use of automation, mechanization, and IR 4.0 technologies. In upstream operations, the Oil Palm Mechanization Fund, OPMF, supports R&D partnerships to develop machinery for fieldwork and improve their labor productivity. Digitization is also promoted to build fully integrated plantations with precision agriculture and real-time data sharing for better decision making. Meanwhile, at the midstream level, there is a push to automate palm oil mill operations, such as fruit bunch grading, processing, and quality control. Technical support and certification programs will also help mills upgrade their system and enhance efficiency. In conclusion, the AKN 2030 offers a holistic strategy to transform Malaysia's palm oil industry by driving innovation, empowering smallholders, and adopting smart technologies towards a more productive, sustainable, and competitive future.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Kamala binti Kamal Bahari, and today I will be presenting on the topic of value creation in the palm oil sector as outlined in the National Agri-Commodity Policy 2021 to 2030 or DAKN 2030. So, the core focus of the value creation is to accelerate the transition from the basic palm oil production to the higher value activities, while also capturing the opportunities within the circular economy, which shift is vital to strengthening the industrial global competitiveness and ensuring long-term sustainability. So here, one of the key strategies is to produce the high-value and specialized product. We aim to move beyond the just crude palm oil to innovative products such as a performance oleochemical, biofuel, and the functional foods. By the collaboration is a crucial here, which is the industrial players, consumer brand, and the researcher must work together to develop the product that align with the evolving global market's demand. Next, we look at the effort to boost local processing. This involves encouraging the use of locally refined palm oil in the downstream activities, which to create a value-added product tailored to the preference and climate needs of importing country. So the example, which include cooking oil, solid fat, cocoa butter replacer, and meat fat substitute that used in the chocolate, bakery, and dairy industry. Furthermore, we must advance research and development in oleochemicals by continuing innovation in palm-based derivatives such as surfactants, glycerol derivatives, and biopolyols. Malaysia can position itself as a key player in a bio-based chemical production. These products are crucial for industry like adhesives, sealants, and packaging. So another strategic focus is on diversifying palm oil traits using breeding and genetic technology, which include the producing oil with higher polyunsaturated fat, cocoa butter-like profile, and medium-chain fat, especially from the palm kernel oil. This trait open door for functional food application and chemical innovation. Additionally, ensuring food safety is critical. We must establish surveillance and audit system for palm oil export and improve logistics and shipping process to maintain the high product quality. It is equally important to encourage the processor to upgrade their facilities and adopt international best practice. Finally, embracing the circular economy is essential. The palm biomass and the biogas should be utilized for bioenergy and bio-based products. The industry should adopt waste-to-wealth practice by extracting a valuable compound from residues, which can be used in the nutraceutical, cosmeceutical, and petrochemical. Even by the product like palm kernel cake can be transformed into nutritious feed for livestock and aquaculture that contribute to national food security. So in conclusion, through the strategic innovation, local value adding, and sustainable practice, Malaysian palm oil sector can evolve into a high-value, globally respected industry that align with DAKN 2030 goals. So thank you. That's all from me.
My name is Nur Aina Nira binti Muhammad Saidi.
and I will present on the market development industry LED strategic partnerships. To support market development, Malaysia aims to improve access to international markets, especially in Southeast Asia, China, India, and the Middle East. These regions are seen as strategic due to their growing demand for palm oil and related products. One key strategy is to negotiate multilateral and bilateral trade agreements. This helps reduce tariff and non-tariff barriers that currently make it harder for Malaysian palm oil to compete globally. At the same time, the country will focus on strengthening its presence in existing markets. This includes targeted efforts to grow exports by building stronger trade relationships in the same priority regions. Palm oil companies will be encouraged to participate in trade and investment missions, which help open doors for government to government, G2G collaborations, and private business partnerships. To ensure long-term trade success, Malaysia also supports forming joint ventures between local exporters and international importers. These partnerships can help respond more effectively to new regulations, especially those concerning food safety or environmental issues like marine pollution. Lastly, where tariffs make it hard to export processed palm oil products, Malaysian producers are encouraged to set up or expand processing plants overseas through joint ventures. This strategy helps maintain and grow market share despite trade restrictions. Okay, next we continue with inclusiveness. Lead the way in smallholders' well-being. Inclusiveness. First is refine models to improve livelihood of independent smallholders (ISH) to increase economy of scale in various stages of cultivating and marketing their product. And then the new models may also be studied and explored to organize independent smallholdings with partners within the oil palm supply chain. And then B40 smallholders will be encouraged and supported to integrate cash crops or livestock to increase their income. So this part will help the smallholders to gain new knowledge and support system to integrate the cash crops and livestock and help them to increase their income. Next is optimized government support with targeted assistance and refined income generation programs. This will optimize and review the qualified criteria and streaming funding of existing welfare program to maximize impact and better target assistance. And then it prioritizes the outcome tracking to ensure funds spent due to desired impact of improving the well-being smallholders. Next is empowering Bumiputra for increased participation across upstream, midstream, and downstream. This system is different ministry will provide training, promote funding and opportunities and a collaboration on product development. This like for example, the ministry will make exhibition and then will make a collaboration with the smallholders to promote their product and fundings and give their opportunity to market their product to a lot of people that come to the exhibition so that their product will be known well towards the Malaysian.